300 new homes since the last week. Okay. How many homes are available total? Oh, it's quite a few. It's loading. 795 homes in Sac County currently for sale. Okay, let's go to close. How many homes sold within the last week? Okay. 200 homes sold.
So let me get this straight. If there's roughly about 300 homes
new
on the market on a weekly basis, and 225 are selling pretty much within that week.
Yeah, you can say that's like what, right? 80%?
Yeah.
Of those homes are gone.
That's pretty crazy, guys.
Yep, it's still pretty intense out there, y'all. So this is a market update, just a quick update for you guys right here. But you guys didn't come here for this. You guys probably came on here for how much down you should put down a home. So I'm gonna let Lisa go with that. All right, what do you need me to pull up?
Okay,
so we can show them.
Let's go ahead and go to the simple loan scenario 1.
Simple loan scenario 1. Okay.
Okay. So everybody, this is what we were talking about last week. I know a lot of times you guys might get an earful from family or friends who tell you, hey, you can't do that, and you can't qualify for this, or you can't do certain things. I'm here to tell you, let's break down the numbers so that you can see for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Don't take Chia's word for it. I'm going to break it down for you so that you can see for yourself what your qualifications are. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm basing this on a very general scenario. So everybody's situation is different, guys. Please take it with a grain of salt. This is for someone that doesn't have any debt, with a credit score of 760 and above. So we're going to go ahead and talk about debt to income ratio, what that means to you guys. On option number 1, right underneath it is the column, okay, that shows 47% to 57%. What does that mean? That 47%, this is for an FHA loan. FHA allows you to have a home, your monthly payment of mortgage, insurance, principal, interest, all of that, to be 47%.
Sorry, guys.
47% of your total income. Okay, the 57 on the bottom is what they allow you for all of your debts total, including your cars, your credit cards, all of that. Okay, so in this situation, we'll talk about option number 1, which is the FHA loan, and I'll talk about what the differences are. For those of you that have any questions, I'm going to try to go through this, and whatever questions that you have, I'll be more than happy to answer afterwards. Okay?
Yeah, okay. We can do that.
Perfect.
It's going to be a lot, you guys, so
yeah.
Bear with us. But we wanted you guys to kind of get an idea what your scenario might be if you fall into this category.
Correct. So for an annual household income of $93,000, that means if you have 2 people who are doing this loan together, each person needs to make about $46,500, okay? Which means per month you're making $38.75, and if it's an hourly income at 40 hours a week, you're making $22.36. What does that buy you? That buys you.
What does it buy us?
Purchasing power of $619,000.
619. Whew.
So if you both are making $22.36 and have no debt, you can purchase a house with an FHA loan for $619. The income limit.
That's a nice house.
It is a very nice house. The loan limit before it gets into jumbo loan. We'll do that segment for another time, but before it goes to jumbo loan is $598. So I priced it out for whatever the maximum county loan limit is. Okay, guys? This is, if you scroll to the left a little bit, Chia, I'm going to go explain all these numbers. Yeah. So that was the purchase price. FHA loans, go ahead and click on the arrow.
What arrow?
The arrow to the right. so that you can take that out.
Take this out?
So you have this on the side. Click on that.
Oh,
to open that a little bit. Yeah, no worries.
There
okay.
It goes.
Cool. Okay, so let's go back.
Okay, right here.
Yeah. So the base loan amount is $597 and $335. Okay. FHA loans have an upfront mortgage insurance premium. In this situation, it's a little shy of $10,500, which means the actual loan amount for this is actually $607,788 and 36 cents. That's with 3.5% down. In this situation, the interest rate right now is roughly about 2.625. The principal and interest payment is $24.41 and 19 cents. Property taxes is calculated at a 1.25% of the purchase price, which is $644 and 79 cents. Home insurance is a little shy of $90. Mortgage insurance is $423 and 11 cents. The total monthly payment is a little shy of $3,600. Does everybody see that?
Yep, it's right here.
Okay, awesome.
So a little disclaimer, okay? Of course, we're going based off of this scenario, but if your scenario is different, you make a different pay according to the $22 an hour for both spouses or partners, everything's gonna change. But we want you guys to kind of get an idea of what it's gonna be like if you did fall into this category, okay? So that's a little disclaimer right there.
Correct. Okay. And as you can see, you're not needing a whole lot of income. A lot of times people are thinking, well, I have to make 6 figures in order to buy a $500,000 property, but that's not the case, guys. Okay. If you scroll down a little bit lower, we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about the closing costs. Okay. Loan origination fee. This is a par rate. What that means is you're not paying anything for origination unless you want to buy down the interest rate. Any other fees right there that says lender, the processing, underwriting fees, those are all normal fees. You do have to pay for their appraisal. Anywhere that you see title and government fees, those are all third party that the seller will choose when they sell their home. So we really don't know exactly what that is. A lot of sections you'll see that customarily seller will pay a half of it. However, in this market, we want to prepare you so that you can say, hey, Mr. Seller, I know you got like 20 other people that love your home, but I love your home so much that I'm willing to pay for my closing costs and your closing costs as well. And a lot of times that might be the little oomph that will help you get that winning bid. Okay, so in this situation for a $619,000 property, scroll down a little bit, you're looking about $11,380 for the estimated closing cost to prepare for. Again, if the seller is willing to pay for any of those closing costs, great. You'll have more money in your pocket. If not, at least you are super prepared for it, and your transaction is going to be a lot more smoother because you are prepared for that. Okay, so we scroll down. In this situation, you're going to need roughly about $33,000 in order to buy a home at an FHA loan for $619,000. So $33,000 is pretty much the price of a car. For a car,
not bad.
If you saved up enough for a car, you're able to get a house for $619,000. How does that sound?
That is crazy.
That's pretty awesome, right?
That's pretty crazy. $33,000, y'all. You get over a $500,000 home.
Yes. Kind of get a little McMansion, right?
And that's that's the loan scenario for 3.5% down.
Correct.
FHA.
It's for the minimum down that's required if both of you guys are making at least $22.36.
Right here.
Very doable, yes?
Right here.
Yes. Very doable. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and talk about the next option.
Let's do that. Oops. Okay, there it goes.
Okay.
Option 2.
So option number 2, if you are a first-time home buyer, this is privy to first-time home buyers. That means you have not purchased a home in the last 3 years. You can go and get a conventional loan and only have to put 3% down. Now, the debt-to-income ratio under option 2 shows 45/45, which means your debt overall cannot exceed 45% for this option. Okay, and in this situation, is
that always the limit ratio for debt-to-income ratio?
For a 3% down.
3% down.
For a 3% down. Okay, which means, and the other thing is too, when you are putting only 3% down, the maximum loan amount is 548. So that's the reason why 564,900 would be the max if you're putting 3% down to stay below that.
That's a loan limit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that you can stay below that 548. Conventional loans do not have an upfront mortgage insurance premium, so you see that price at 0. So the base loan amount and the regular loan amount is one and the same. Okay.
Got it.
If you choose the 3%, the interest rate is slightly higher. Okay, but not by a whole lot. So with property tax and everything like that, in this scenario, you're looking at your monthly payment roughly about $32.14.28. Okay. You scroll down, let's see what those numbers are that you would need to bring in. All the closing costs and everything like that.
Cash to close, the total?
Right, a little shy of $28,000.
And this is for the same similar home price?
No, this one is for $564,900.
$564.
Yes.
Okay. And I noticed you changed the income.
Absolutely, because in this situation, you don't need as much. Okay, because again, the loan limit is 548, so it's going to be a little bit lower. Okay. So in this situation, you can totally do that. Household income, you only need a little above $21.
$21 an hour, y'all, for both partners.
For both partners.
$21 an hour, and you could buy a $500,000 home with $27,000. That's the lowest down payment. 3% down.
Correct. Okay.
Oh man.
That's pretty darn good, yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not 619, but 564,900 is a pretty good price point.
Oh, you can get a really nice house right now with that price point.
Oh,
and what your payment you said right here was $3,200.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
So the more you put down, the more options you're going to have to, and the lower your payment is going to be. So in this situation, on the next one, on the third option, if you're putting 5% down, okay.
Yeah, 5% down.
The debt to income ratio that's allotted in this program is 50%. So now it goes up a little bit more. You can buy up to $629,400. Okay.
The DTI went up.
Correct. And in this situation, because the debt to income ratio allotment is higher, you only need an annual household income of $84,000. That means the two of you only need to make $42,000 each.
$20 an hour.
$20.
And that's full time. Both of them full time.
That's full time. This is based on everyone doing at least 40 hours a week. Okay. So for that price, for almost $630,000, let's see what your monthly payment is going to look like.
Right there.
It's going to be a little shy of $3,500. Okay. And let's see what your cash to close is going to look like.
$43,000.
$43,000. Okay.
For 5% down.
For 5% down.
Also know, you guys, Chichi fams, that the more down you guys put, that's instant equity you guys have.
Yep. Okay,
so like with the way the market's been going lately, it's like on average 4% going up every month. Your equity line is increasing. So remember that, okay? That's like a forced saving account, and we're gonna share another template with you guys in a bit, so that way you guys know how much money you guys are saving, etc. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. You guys are gonna love that slide. So okay,
see, this is why numbers are so interesting. I know a lot of times numbers can be really overwhelming, but when you put numbers into your livelihood, it starts to become pretty fun, in my opinion.
Yeah, you need to know numbers, because then numbers don't lie if you calculate it accurately, right?
Correct.
So I have a question for you. You mentioned here, Lisa, that something about no mortgage insurance for the conventional. Upfront. This is upfront.
But not monthly. There is a monthly.
There is a monthly. Got it. Okay, so the reason I brought that up, Chichi fams, is because when you have 20% of equity available on your loan, a mortgage insurance goes away.
Yes, after 2 years. So say for instance, say for instance, if you're putting less than 20% down, you're going to have to pay a monthly mortgage insurance. Okay. And you can either refinance it before the 2 years, or if you're waiting for the 2 years to come up after the 2 years, you can call into your lender and request for it to be removed, and they're going to do their due diligence and everything, and
have an appraisal and all that.
And you really don't have to refinance it out. Okay.
Yep. And the reason why I brought that up is because it's conventional. So
Yes.
FHA, it stays
do
on
that.
there for the life of the loan, no matter how much equity you have. So for
Correct.
some people, long-term strategy, conventional might be better if you don't plan on refinancing.
Correct, correct. Now, FHAs are more lenient with credit and also debt to income ratio. So if you fall into that category and it's more financially beneficial for you, it's a great loan still, okay? And I call it my first time buyers starter loans. Those are the typical FHA loans are typically for people who don't have the exact credit or anything like that. You don't have to wait. You can absolutely have a chance to be a homeowner, okay?
You want to continue?
Yes, sir.
Let's continue. Okay.
Okay. So now that you're putting 10% down, okay, you can buy up to 664,400. And if you go up a little bit, what's that needed? Again, $20.20. Both people.
Well, option 4, right?
Option number 4, if you're putting 10% down, now gets you 664,400. Okay.
Yeah.
If you go to the next option, option number 5, if you're putting 15% down, you can go all the way up to 703,500. And again, making $20.20, guys.
My goodness. Both
now,
partners.
Both
again.
partners, full time. And the last one, option number 6, you have a buying power up to 747. And it's actually less than $20 an hour, okay? Because you no longer have mortgage insurance, so your monthly payment is going to be less.
Let's look at the monthly payments. There it goes. It
Correct.
changes.
You see, it's very, very similar though, because you're putting more down. You have much, much more buying power, but it's very, very similar. So if you scroll all the way down, let's go ahead and see what that cash to close is. So for that middle one, if you're if you're putting for
right here, yeah.
If you're putting 10% down, you're going to need roughly about 78,000. Okay. If you're putting 15% down, you're going to need roughly about 118,000 ish. Okay. And then if you're doing 20% down, then you're going to need roughly 162,000. Now, guys, your first home isn't going to typically be your forever home. You do not have to start this big. And I'm going to show you the monthly budget analysis to see whether or not this makes sense for you.
Let's do that. Okay, so before we do that, somebody commented, Yang, I love this. I'm learning already. I can't wait to call in to take my PMI off. Yeah, man. If you can take it off and it's after 2 years, take it off. Call your lender. His other question is, can I also take PMI off even if it's an investment property after 2 years?
Yes, you absolutely can. So here's the thing. You do not have to wait 2 years. Right now, I have people who I'm refinancing just last year who bought at 3 to 5%, and they already have that 20%.
That's crazy.
They already have that 20%, so you don't have to wait. If you don't know if you have that much equity, that's okay. Call into your lender, call into me if you need a second opinion. Then I can price it out for you and say, hey, you can take this out. You don't have to wait for those 2 years. Okay, take advantage of the lower interest rate.
Or call your agent. Have your agent do a quick comp. The agent that helped you buy that investment property, if you're still utilizing them, have them do a comp on your home to see if there is available equity in it. And then if you could confirm that, call your lender right away, man. That's money right there that you can take out and you can start cash flowing every month since it's an investment property.
Yep.
Yeah, you should do that. Okay, next sheet. Which one?
Okay, let's go ahead and do the budget savings plan.
Budget saving
1. I think it might be.
It is 2. So you want 1? Oh
yes.
yeah, 1.
Let's do 1. Okay. All right.
It is.
So for those of you guys that are still kind of on the fence, it's like, ooh, that seems like a lot. I don't really know if I can do this. Okay. Let's go ahead and break this down. I chose the option that was the most expensive. So on the FHA, the first options that we talked about earlier, the mortgage, interest, and everything is roughly a little shy of $3,600.
You want me to zoom in on this part?
Yes, please. So the rent mortgage is roughly about $3,600. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Everybody see that? Okay. So let's go ahead and go to the right a little bit.
To the right.
So this, again, is somebody making $22.36, both parties. Okay. Scroll down a little. So your annual income is a little above $46,500, which means if Uncle Sam is taking 25% out of that monthly, you're taking home roughly about $29.06 and 80 cents. Everybody see that?
Yeah.
That's the income that you get to take home. Okay, so we're going to scroll to the left a little bit to see what those numbers mean. So if both of you guys are taking home $29.06 and 80 cents, the combined total income that you guys are taking home every month is roughly about $58.13 and 60 cents. So in that option, if you're buying $619,000 on an FHA loan, your monthly mortgage is roughly about $3,600. PG&E is about $150. SMUD is about $150. Cell phone is about $150. Cable, internet, phone package is about $150. Garbage is about $50. Water is about $50. Sewer is about $50. Car insurance is about $200. I did this for a family of 4. Okay, so food, groceries, and all of that, roughly about $500 a month. Gas, roughly about $434, and I came up with that number for gas as $50 a week per car. So if there's 2 cars, $50 a week. That's roughly about $434 a month. So your total expenses in this situation is about $54.84, and if your combined take-home income is $58.13 and 60 cents, you also have a potential savings of almost $330 every single month, guys. Okay, and that's with you making $22.36, both people full time. Now, the cool thing is, if you put yourself on this financial fitness plan, in 3 months, you'll have almost $1,000.
Yeah.
In 6 months, you'll save almost about $2,000. In a year, you'll save roughly about $4,000. And in 2 years, you'll save about $8,000. That is also with you being a homeowner. That doesn't even include the tax refund you're going to get. Okay, that doesn't even include, and most of you may not know this, but if you are a wage earner and you're getting a paycheck every other week, that means 2 times out of the entire year you're going to get an extra paycheck, which means that's an extra, in this situation, $5,800 a month. So you can add that on to each of those savings potential.
So another disclaimer, of course, this is for a particular family that Lisa did a scenario on. This is really good to know because I want you guys to remember that when you guys are getting qualified with a lender, they don't consider all of these other expenses.
Yeah.
What don't they consider?
They don't consider PG&E, SMUD, cell phone, cable, garbage, water, sewer, car insurance. So basically everything under that mortgage, they don't consider at all. If it's on your credit report, like credit cards, like cars, like student loans, or anything that's reported on your credit, then the bank will count it. But these don't come up, so these are not counted.
Towards their DTI.
Correct, towards that debt to income ratio that we talked about earlier. Why is this important? So we're going to do another scenario, and I'll show you why that's so important to know.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is based on, we know that this is based off of a pretty expensive home, right? Not the average family is gonna buy a home that's over $600K as a starter.
Correct.
Majority of people that are buying right now are like what? 70% of people that are buying right now are like first time home buyers.
Correct.
So what type of home are they buying? Well, the medium house that's the medium house price right now in Sacramento is about, it's about what? $436? Yeah, $430,000.
Okay.
That's the medium house price right now. Okay, so me and Lisa, not me. I'm just sharing the screen with all you guys, but Lisa pulled up a budget sheet based off of 430. So
let's go ahead and go to the loan scenario 2.
Loan scenario 2. Okay. There it is.
Okay, let's pull that up and see what those numbers are. Okay, guys. So for an FHA loan, if you're buying a house that's 430, which is the average, your annual household income is a little shy of 65,000. That means each person is making a little shy of 33,000. Your monthly income is about 2,700, and each person is making $15.58.
$15.
Yeah. So it's not anything crazy, guys. If both of you guys are making at least $15.58 and you have no other debts, this is what you would qualify for, a $430,000 property. Let's look at that monthly payment. It's a little shy of $2,500. And let's scroll all the way down to see how much you need. So all the way down, you're going to need a little shy of 25,000, guys. 25,000 is going to get you a $430,000 property.
Making $15 an hour.
Well,
but that's with FHA.
Yes, that's with FHA. So it's pretty darn awesome, I think, right? Very doable.
So a family that is making $15 an hour, both partners, they could qualify potentially up to $430,000, right?
Correct.
So, can we show them that budget sheet now?
Well, let's go ahead and talk about all the programs so that they can have an idea of the numbers.
Okay, let's do that.
I know you're super excited, but I'm pretty sure they're excited to see this portion too. It's like, well, I make this much, I make that much. I'm sure you guys are going to find a certain option that I talk about that you might actually fall under that category. Okay? Let's go ahead and go to option number 2.
Okay, so before we do that, Yang mentioned, can we download this spreadsheet?
Let me see if it can be doable, okay, guys? Because this is a scenario that's very, very generalized. If you want it,
I think Yang's asking him if he could download the spreadsheet Excel to where he could just input his own scenario in.
Oh,
I think that's probably what he's referring to.
Unfortunately, we can't do that.
Sorry, Yang. And then Ryan goes,
yeah, you have to be licensed in order to do that. So sorry about that, guys. I'm more than happy to price it out for you. So come to me and I'll be more than happy to plug in any numbers that you'd like.
Ryan says, let's talk about 800K, please. We're probably going to have to do that on another day because it takes a while to pull up these numbers.
Right.
So we're going to, with the time that we have, we're probably just going to go based off of what we have right now, Ryan. But if we have time towards the end, we'll see what Lisa could do, okay?
All right.
So let's go on to the next options for you guys.
Okay. Ryan, just keep in mind as well, this is for Sacramento County. So if you are looking to buy in a different county where it's not hitting the jumbo loan limit, because jumbo is going to be different. Okay. So if we do have time, I'll revisit that with you, or you can reach out to me separately and I'll be more than happy to price those numbers out for you. Okay. Yeah. So let's go ahead and go to option number 2, where it's 3% down. What do you need for 3% down for a $430,000 purchase? So your household income now needs to increase to $68,000. That means you're making $34,000. Your partner is making $34,000, and your hourly income is $16.35. Not bad. Let's go ahead and look at that monthly payment for 3% down. It's now $24.47 ish. Okay, and you would need cash to close a little shy of $23,000. Okay?
That's conventional 3%.
That's a conventional 3%. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go to 5%. For 5%, household income only needs to be $59,000. Hourly income is $14.18. Okay. That's it. Scroll down. Let's see what your monthly income is monthly payment is going to be. It's $23.57 and 40 cents. Let's scroll down. Cash to close is a little shy of $31,000. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty darn cool. This is where it gets even cooler. If you have 10% down, guys, household income only needs to be $54,000. That's $12.98 for a $430,000 property, guys. Okay. The monthly payment is going to be $22.31 and 10 cents. Cash to close is going to be a little shy of $53,000. Okay.
So you guys are starting to get it. The more down you get, the lower your payment's gonna be.
Yes. Okay. So for 10% down, or sorry, 15% down.
15.
Yeah. It's going to be $12.50. I apologize, guys, for option number 6. I'm just looking at it right now. I didn't have a chance to change that, but it's going to be lower than that. Okay, so it's $12.50. You only need a household income of $52,000. Your monthly payment, $2,104. Okay, scroll down a little bit more. Cash to close is $74,000. Okay, that's it. We're not going to talk about this one because I already see an error on it, so I apologize for that one.
Okay, guys. So the next sheet that the next slide that I want you guys to see is the question I always get, and I'm pretty sure you get this too, is should I buy? Now, earlier, if you guys remember, I mentioned that a person making $15 an hour,
yes,
both partners, and they qualify up to $430,000.
Yep.
Should they buy a home at $430,000?
Well,
just because they're qualified for it? Let's find out.
Yeah, show me the numbers,
Let's
right?
find out, right? Okay, so this is what I want you guys to see, Chi fams.
Okay, so you're making $15.58. Again, the bank doesn't qualify you on any of your other bills other than the ones on your credit report. So if you're making $15.58,
Right
Uncle
here.
Sam is taking 25% because you got health care, you got all of that stuff in. Your net income is $2,025.40. Let's go ahead and go to the left and see what those numbers mean. That means per month, you and your partner, you're taking home, okay, about $4,050.80. Okay,
Yep.
so let's go to the right. And based on the FHA amount, okay, your monthly mortgage is going to be roughly $2,500. PG&E, I loaded it a little bit just because it is a smaller house, okay, but it doesn't make that huge of a difference. It's super hot. I don't know if you guys noticed or if you guys were outside today. It was 108 degrees today.
Smell's going up.
Yes, so it's probably going to be, you know, at least this much or even higher. Cell phone, cable, internet, all of that stays the same regardless of you buying a smaller or a bigger house. Garbage, water, sewer, car insurance, again, very similar. Household income of 4, you still have to pay for the same amount of food. Gas is probably going to cost you the same. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Your total expenses are $4,284. Your total income is $4,050.80, which
Yeah.
means every single month, the bank doesn't take account of this. Whoever you speak to, okay, make sure that they do this extra step for you too. If you're going online, they are not going to do this. You want to educate yourself. If somebody is not doing it for you, you want to educate yourself, because if you're in the hole, 3 months from now, you're going to be in the hole by $700. 6 months from now, you're going to be in the hole by almost $1,400. A year from now, you're going to be in the hole for almost $2,800. And 2 years from now, you're going to be in the hole for $5,600. So I know a lot of you guys are counting on the fact that was like, well, you know what? I'll just refinance. I'll just wait until my house builds equity, and then I'll do it then. Great plan if the economy is great like it is right now, but what if it's not?
Right.
What if it's not, right? You want to prepare yourself. Just because you can qualify for up to that 430 doesn't mean that you don't buy. It just means that you may want to lower that so that these numbers, by the end of the day, you're not house poor, okay? That means not everything and then some is going to your mortgage. Again, I did not price out that 2 extra page stubs that each of you are going to get, because realistically, I want you to have that cushion. If anything happens, life throws you a curveball. You know, get a broken window, you run over something and you need to get new tires, anything like that. You have a little bit of a cushion. And if life doesn't happen like that for you, how awesome would that be if you just allowed yourself to take that money and go on vacation? Put more in your wealth building portfolio, something of that sort. Okay?
Another thing too is, like, I always ask all of my clients that are buying a home, if you buy this home, is your lifestyle going to change? Or another question I would ask is, do you like your lifestyle right now, where you're currently at? If you like your lifestyle and you don't want any change, and buying a home at the maximum where you qualify for it, in this case, $430K, your lifestyle is going to change drastically. If you're going out every week, you can't no more, because you're losing money every month. You're losing a couple $100 every month, paying all the utilities, all of that. So that's why I want you guys to see this chart, because this is real world scenario where some lenders won't take into account those PG&E bills, those SMUD bills, those utility bills. So you have to factor that in. And if you forgot to factor that in, or a lender doesn't factor that in for you, then you just shot yourself in the foot. You bought a home at $430K, and now you're like scrambling to get a second job, go to Uber Eats, do something for part-time income to be able to cover the difference so that you don't eat ramen noodles for the rest of your life, you know? So this is so important. And like I always say, if you're thinking about buying a home, you have to consider all of this, because at the end of the day, this is considered maintenance costs for you. You know, like we didn't even put that in there.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't
see,
put
so
that
you
in
have to
there.
consider maintenance costs, you know, depreciation and all that, normal wear and tear. Our home doesn't last forever.
Right.
So, like, you need to consider all of that. And so, in this scenario, what I would tell a client is you might have to compromise.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of buying that home at 430, you might have to buy a home at 400K, 350K, 370K, you know? So that's something you need to take into account.
Right. And also, have a personal relationship with your realtor and your lender, because at the end of the day, they should want to be a part of your life, really. And that's so that in the future, okay, you got to look at it in 5 years. Are you planning to get married? Okay. Are you planning to have a family? Is your family growing? Are your in-laws coming in to live with you? Are your parents coming in to live with you? Are your kids going to college? If you're continuously in the negative, it's not about you owning this one home. It's about you being able to generate this home as a wealth building vehicle. And if it's not generating you that wealth, then you might really want to reconsider that.
Yep. And before we move on, to answer some of y'all questions, Yang said, can we still use a first-time home buyer loan or program even if we already have a few properties but never use any assistance?
No, unfortunately not. So if you've never utilized that before, unfortunately, if you already are a homeowner, you cannot take advantage of the first time home buyer, especially that 3%. But it doesn't mean that you can't use some of the other programs. You can put 5% down if if you have a step up. So say for instance, if you purchase a home, a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and you've outgrown it, you and your family have outgrown it, you can absolutely get another FHA loan, okay? Refinance the other one out so that you make the most out of that situation, and you can absolutely utilize an FHA loan so you don't have to put a full 20% down, or you can put a 5% down as well, and at that time, you might be able to refinance your current house, get some cash out, put that money in, and buy your next home.
How many properties do you have, Yang? might want to take some equity out to, and that'll be enough for a 5% down for your next property.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and then what else? What else did you want to cover?
That's pretty much it. Does anybody have any questions regarding that? It's a lot of numbers, a lot of things to go over.
Ryan wants to do the 800K.
Okay, Ryan wants to do the 800K.
Maybe you can input that in while we're waiting for some Q&A.
Sure. Ryan, what area are you looking at?
Ryan Fuster, what area? Because depending on the area is going to also be a big factor, right? And,
there's loan limits in every single county, so I just want to make sure.
Temecula.
Okay, let me check on that. Temecula.
She's checking the loan limits there. While you guys are waiting, while we're all waiting for Lisa to do that, if you guys haven't liked this video, make sure you guys do that. Me and Lisa, we do this every week, just to engage with all you guys, because we get a lot of questions, similar questions from a lot of individuals, and going live like this makes it so much easier to just answer multiple similar questions at the same time. So if you guys haven't clicked that like button yet, make sure you guys do that. It helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm to share with other people that might be interested in this topic. Thank you, Ryan. Juan, what's up, Juan? How you doing, Juan? Been a minute. When you're local, you need to hit me up. Okay, so Yang said he has 3 properties right now and already did cash out refinance on 2. So waiting for a few more months. Okay. See, so you should have money. You just did a cash out. Use that to buy another property. If you don't mind me asking, Yang, what area are you buying your properties in, or you're investing in right now? Oh, Chang saying Fresno. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You have. I need to have you on the live stream too, man. You're a loco. Juan, good bro. Wish y'all the best. Hope you doing good. Take care. You too, Juan. You too, Juan. Good to see you. Yep. You are in Fresno.
Okay, Ryan, I apologize, but I'm pulling all of the zip codes for Temecula, but it's not coming, nothing is coming up. So hang in there with me, okay?
What are y'all plans for today after this? We're ending in like 15 minutes. Thank you, Lee. I mean, Yang. Do you prefer Yang or you prefer Ching Sing? Yang's easier. Also, Ryan also says Escondido.
Escondido. Okay, let me check Escondido because
I just helped a client buy a home here from Temecula. How'd you find me, Ryan? If you don't mind me asking. You're from Temecula.
okay, maximum loan limit in that area. So
Doesn't matter. All right, Yang.
That's San Diego County, right? Is okay. That's San Diego County. So the maximum loan limit is 753. Okay, cool. Give me just a moment, okay?
753.
753. So we cool on that.
He says yes.
753.
How long you been looking to buy now, Ryan? You do loan for all California, right?
Yes, I do. I actually
yes.
do loans for Arizona, Texas, and Nevada.
In Nevada?
Yep.
Since when?
Couple months ago.
Couple months ago?
Yeah, I had the demand because a lot of my people are moving out of state. So
I might need to get my license there.
Yeah, they're moving out of state and they're moving to states that don't tax up the wazoo. So, yeah, that's the other thing too. Okay.
Oh, Ryan, you found me on YouTube? Sweet.
Okay, let me see here.
Glad to have you on the live.
Okay.
We've been saving now. We are ready. Ooh, Ryan's ready to buy.
Nice. We do have.
Temecula.
I actually just closed 3 in San Diego. There's a lot of people that are moving there from LA, actually.
From LA to San Diego. Okay. Man, prices there are insane though.
It is.
Probably a home that's 400K here is like 600-700K there. Yang is asking, do you work well with investors, Lisa?
Yes, I do. I price it out all the time.
She's an investor herself, Yang.
Am.
She has. We just staged their home in Bay Area that they flipped. How much did you guys sell that for? 1.3 mil?
1.25.
1.25 mil.
Yes.
Bay Area. That was a nice chunk of change, Yang. One question: how much does one have to have for a down payment? Credit score above 700K. 3%. If you're a first-time home buyer, 3%. But it really depends on your budget.
Yeah.
Best way to get a scenario, because today's scenario was pretty general, based off of a perfect situation. It's probably best you call Lisa and hit her up. She'll do the same thing for you and personalize it for you, so that way you know a game plan. If you're planning on buying in the future, I always say call to talk to a lender that you want to work with, or just kind of, ask questions, because they could give you a loan scenario. It's about finding out where your current situation is at right now and getting like a GPS roadmap of where you want to be. Maybe it's going to take you like 6 months to buy. You follow the game plan. Maybe it's going to take you about a year, 2 years. Who knows? But at least you know where you stand. So call Lisa, one. She's just a phone call away. I got her information in the description box. So just hit her up and say, hey, this is Juan from a live chat.
Yeah.
I used to go to school with Chia.
Okay. So Ryan, if you're buying a house for $800,000, you would need a little shy of 6% to meet the county loan limit guideline of 753. Okay. So
you want to show that chart to him on here?
Sure. Let me go ahead and email it to you. Okay.
Send it to me so that way I can share it on screen to him. Okay, so Juan saw a house for 360K, been looking, but at the same time, I want to get away from California. Where are you going to go, Juan, if you're not in California? Okay. Yang, that's awesome. I might have to fire my loan officer. Just kidding, but I'm glad to have more options.
Yeah, you want to see
Don't
that.
fire your loan officer if they taking care of you, Yang.
Not
But
yet. Just show them this and then ask them to do something
yeah,
similar for
just
you.
show them this live stream and then have them do something similar to you, because you know if they've been helping you with your investment properties,
Yeah.
then most likely they know they got all your financial situation already, so it's probably easier. Second opinion, Lisa's always here, you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt. Yes, I'm a first time home buyer, and thank you, Chia, UTI for life. Yang,
Okay, I just sent it to you, Tia.
okay, let me look. I just bought my first investment property in March. If I just bought my first investment property in March, how long do I have to wait until I can refinance? In this past March.
This past March. Well, it probably won't make financial sense for you to refinance it right away. Just because of all the costs, you want your property to have some time to accumulate some equity first, okay? And typically it's about 6 to 7 months. Let it sit for a little bit, because the way that your interest rate works on a refinance is based on how much equity you have and also your credit. So the more equity you have in your house, the better your credit score is going to be, okay? So I'd wait a little bit.
Is this the one right here?
Yeah,
Loan scenario 3?
it's going to be the third one. Yeah, number 3. I just plugged it in.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So that one's the one. You're
All right, Ryan, you ready?
Yeah.
We're going to share our screen for you for 800K, okay, in Temecula. Here it is.
Okay.
Option 3.
Option 3. Okay, so you're going to have to, okay. Well, that's not the income limit, okay, Ryan? Okay, I'm just looking at the numbers down here for you, okay? 800,000.
Yep.
Okay, the loan limit is 753. You're going to have to put a little more than 5%.
So almost 6%.
Correct. And then
Your monthly payment.
Correct. That's your monthly payment right
4,300.
there. Mm-hmm.
Cash to close.
Dun, 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 dun.
60,000.
Okay.
There you go, Ryan. That's your scenario. Okay, Ryan goes, we have 90K now.
Awesome.
And when we sell her grandmother's house, we will have another 90K. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
A little bit over 600K.
Yeah.
You could buy a home at 800K. There you go. You only need 60,000.
Yeah.
Hope that helps, Ryan. Thank you for the questions. Juan says he's moving to Oregon. Oh man, you're going to Oregon?
That's the third person. I might have to get licensed in Oregon too.
I bought it at 186K and it's worth 250K right now. Bought it from a wholesaler.
Oh,
and,
nice.
And only owes about 146K on it.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
You're welcome, Ryan.
You might want to take a look at that. So have your loan officer run those numbers for you to see if it makes sense. Now,
you bought it in March.
You bought it in March.
This past March.
Did you buy it in cash?
I doubt it. Yang probably used private money.
Yeah. Is it a hard money type of situation? Because if it's a hard money, then absolutely yes, you should refinance it out. But if you had a regular loan on it, you may want to wait a little bit.
What'd you buy that home with, Yang? Hard money, cash, a traditional loan, your cash out refinance, all cash? It's a loan. What type of loan? Conventional.
Okay, so how much did you put down?
He's probably thinking, okay, how much did you put down for that conventional loan? 20% down.
20% down. So here's the thing too, you want to talk to your loan officer because different lenders work differently, okay? If you got a regular conventional loan, a lot of times, if your equity, if you had a steal of a deal, okay, one of the things that they're going to look at, I was like, wait, you just bought this home, you bought it for this amount, we got the appraisal out and everything like that, and now you want to refinance again, stating that this house is worth a heck of a lot more. Did you do anything to it to increase the value? And if you did, they will consider that, okay? They will consider all of those criterias and everything. Typically, from a traditional loan to a traditional loan, typically your cost savings is going to be roughly about 6 to 7 months out to refinance. But again, go back to your loan officer, ask them to price out the loan the way that I've done it for you so that they can see whether or not it is worth it for you.
There you go, Yang. Hopefully that helps. Find out what your lender is able to do for you. See what their terms are at their bank. And yeah, he fixed it up, of course.
Yay.
He fixed it up. So they're going to consider that?
Oh yeah, they're absolutely going to consider that.
All right. You're welcome, Yang. You're welcome. Yeah, he wants to do it. You want to do one last one for 360K for one?
Yep, 360. Okay, here in Sacramento.
360K. Man, Juan, are you buying here? You're buying in Oregon.
Yeah, because it's different.
Oregon is gonna be different from buying here in Cali.
I don't have a way to look up Oregon right
So
now.
the number she gives you is gonna be based off of California. So that means you can't move to Oregon, okay?
Yeah.
Don't fire your loan officer, Yang. If they can't help you, just wait it out. If it's 6 months minimum to wait, just wait it out.
Absolutely also get a second opinion, okay?
Yeah. Shop around is okay, but find out.
Okay. Who is it that I'm pricing? Juan for one, right?
One, yeah.
Okay.
For 360K.
360.
You can send that over to me whenever you're ready. This is fun, y'all.
See, numbers can be super fun, right, guys?
Yeah, when you get your personal situation.
Yeah, Okay. Let's see here, 21.
There's like 8 of you guys watching. There's like 6 likes on this video. Man, come on, you guys. Killing me here. So easy to do. You just gotta go down below the video and click that like button, you know?
Please do. It gives us an incentive to want to do more for you guys.
Okay. While we're waiting for that,
55.
what do we got going on over here?
10, 20.
Juan, Lisa's pulling up a scenario for you, okay? What's the interest rate right now for investment properties, Lisa?
Ooh, not pretty. It's it really depends again how much equity that you have. So if you have at least 40% of equity and everything, you're looking about roughly 3.5% with 2 points that you're going to have to buy down. Okay, and that is anything below 524.
2 points?
Yeah.
How much is it? You say 4%, 5%?
3.5.
3.5.
So it's not terrible.
It's not bad, but you just gotta buy down points to get it to that point.
Correct.
So then, if you don't buy it down, it's
in the force.
Got it.
Yeah.
Still not bad for investment property.
Nope, not at all.
Are you buying to flip or you buying to rent, Yang? Probably rent, huh? Cause you just did a cash out refinance.
54.
I want my cash out. Yeah, rent. Okay. Yeah, interest rate is not that bad right now for investment properties. But if you go to private investing loans, it's gonna be a different story. Didn't you call me a few months ago, Yang, and we spoke on the phone? That was you, right? Still working it out for one?
Yep. Hang in there, guys.
Okay, yep, I thought that was you. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do live streams like this from now on, Lisa.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that.
Easier.
Okay, let's print this out.
She's sending it to me, Juan. I don't know if he's still here, but we'll just do it anyways. Maybe he could rewatch it later.
Yep. Okay, done.
Sent it?
Yep.
Okay. I don't have it yet. It's probably coming. There it is. Okay. Loan scenario 4.
Yep.
Okay, Juan, this is for you.
So for FHA, if you're doing an FHA, okay, 360, okay, you need a household income of 54,000, okay. Your monthly is going to be a little shy of 2,100. Your cash to close needed
21,000.
21,000.
This is for FHA, okay, Juan?
Yeah.
$21,000 for a home at 360.
Yes.
And of course, if your debt to income ratio, your income, everything is different from this is gonna change. So remember that.
Absolutely.
This is just based off of this scenario. $12 an hour, debt to income is 47 right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's closer to $13 an hour. But yeah. Okay, you guys get the gist.
Yeah.
So if you're wanting to do the 3% down, your income needs to be at least $13.70 per person. Okay, and if it's just yourself, then household income needs to be 57,000, and your monthly payment, okay,
monthly payment
is a little shy of 2,100.
Similar.
Very similar.
Very similar.
Very similar.
Cash to close is different.
Cash to close is a little bit less.
Similar in a way.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Correct. Okay, so it's about $2,000 of a difference. All right, if you put 5% down,
5% down,
your household income only needs to be 48,000 if you're putting 5% down. Okay, so that's $11.54 an hour per person.
There.
Okay, and your monthly is a little shy of $2,000. So these numbers are really not that different.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, scroll down. Cash to close is going to be a little over 27,000. So.
Yep.
A lot of times when you ask yourself, well, which program should I go to? It really is based on what your lifestyle really is.
Yep.
A lot of times you might not want to put all of your eggs in one basket. If that's all the funds that you have, you still have to buy furniture. Again, look at your life, okay, and say, are you needing to do anything else? Are you also getting married? Are you also having a baby? I always would say, don't put all your eggs in one basket, especially if you're a first-time home buyer. You never know when you need a little extra money.
There you go, Juan. Yang says, I love the live stream. I got to pick your brains more about investments.
Yay! We're
yeah,
glad.
man. Glad you're on the show.
Yeah.
But that's it. It's 7 o'clock, you guys. We don't want to take too much of your time. We appreciate all you guys for being here. The comments on the live chat, the likes. If you haven't already, the likes. We appreciate you guys, but we'll be back next week. Don't know what we're talking about yet, but I'll let you guys all know. But that's it for today.
Yay.
Hopefully you guys learned a lot. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Bye, everyone.